their versatile sound. I think that it can't really be summed up with the typical genre categories.
I can't define their music because it's all over the map.
They've got influences of bluegrass and folk and all this different kind of music, but the way that they kind of fuse it together and make it their own is awesome.
Whether it's old time or whether it's classical or punk or Americana.
Sometimes they can mix some funk with a little bit of kind of like, I guess, folkish type music, but then they can kind of, it sounds a little jazzy even.
Their music is, as they say, old school but never old.
You feel that you have heard all your life, and but it's new.
They have this sound that I've never heard before.
Aaron is very, very educated musician, but not too educated to still have soul. And, you know, one hell of a player, too. Scott Eller is just a bundle of energy. He's just great. He's a fantastic percussionist and just always on the mark, always on the money. Scott is just a tremendous singer, tremendous songwriter, and just, you know, as soulful as they come. KAILIN is, you know, the spiritual heart and soul of this band. You know, probably the most fantastic musician in the band.
Definitely there was a oneness that I felt even as a kid with the violin. I don't really actually do much of anything else but create music and explore different types of music. That's starting to make me sound like a geek. I don't like to put any categories on my music because actually, and you can't, because my music is influenced by so many different things.
He plays tango music and Middle Eastern music and, you know, gypsy music and jazz and rock and everything. He's just really super amazing.
So da-da-da-da-da-da, that's the measure of 3 right there. Yeah.
So much of his character, so much of his personality is in the music. You know, it's pretty much so much about peace and understanding.
My calling is to bring forth more positive vibrations in the world so that through my music people can start experiencing more peace and joy. I never really thought about making a living. Things seem to always kind of just fall into place. I feel like if I just did my thing, if I just answered my calling and did exactly what I was supposed to do, you know, the universe would take care of me. Aaron is a very strong leader of the group. He's definitely an authority in American roots music. So he's able to bring a lot of that authenticity to our sound when we are actually performing, you know, American roots music.
I play the upright bass with the band. I also play all these other string instruments, and I went to school to be a music teacher and then got my master's in music history. I like teaching music lessons on the side. I feel like I'm really good at it because I like to share the things that I care about. And if there's somebody who really cares about learning those things, it's a great relationship.
Well, he's a really good teacher because He doesn't really get mad.
When there's like a long song, when there's just one place where there's always a mistake, it actually is making it worse by playing the whole song over and over again and always making a mistake in that place. It's better to take that mistake out and fix it and then put it back into the song than just doing it wrong over and over again. Okay?
He helped me with chords, power chords, notes.
I really like building ukuleles. As a musician, there's very few things that have a beginning, middle, and end to them. And it's like you're always working on your music, you're always working on your songwriting, you're always trying to make more fans. But when I build instruments, there's a beginning and an end to it. You know, I finish the instrument, I mail it out to the person who bought it, and then they get to take it from there, and I'm done with it. So it's nice to have something with an ending once in a while.
The drummer is amazing because he's got like all these gadgets. It's not a traditional drum set whatsoever. It's not like any other drummer I've ever seen.
I started playing the drum set when I was about 6 years old, but playing drums started for me way before that because I was banging on every household item you could think of. I've ruined enough trash cans and washers and dryers and dishwashers, you know, for an entire family. But
Scott Eller represents the youthful energy of our group.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He definitely has the ability to connect with his enthusiasm, with his just love for people.
Snare, boom, ga. Yeah. Don't be afraid to nod your head a little. Get into it.
the way that this band works is that me being the percussionist makes me partly a songwriter. I mean, any song that's ever brought into this band, no matter whether Scott McCormick writes it, Aaron KEIM writes it, KAILIN, or myself, we all join in together and we write our parts out and we make the song what it is in the end. So it's definitely a large collaboration. So by saying I'm the band's percussionist, that's saying like I am the songwriter for percussion on a lot of the songs.
And he's also a really creative and energetic percussionist and drummer. And he definitely isn't just kind of doing the same old, but he's really creating a cool foundation for what we do. Scott McCormick is our accordion and piano player, and he's a really fantastic jazz musician and folk musician, and he can do it all.
Outside Denver or near Santa Fe. Baby, I don't know you, and baby, you don't know me.
And he also is a really fantastic artist and graphic designer and photographer.
That's good.
So he does a lot of that for us, which is cool because it gives us our own kind of visual stamp.
Scott McCormick is perhaps the most talented musician in the group.
You know, I was misdirected youth. I needed somewhere to put the passion, I guess. Music seemed like a good place to get some aggression out.
He also is a very prolific songwriter and is always coming up with really amazing stuff.
I don't know. I'm not really too inspired, I guess, all the time.
He's he's got a great voice. He plays the accordion, he plays the piano. He's always writing tunes. He's probably one of the most creative guy that we have on the team. BAS is a true musical democracy, and I say that because I don't know of many other musical groups that allow everybody to really be who they are.
It sounds really diverse, and it is really diverse, but that's what people like about us, and that's why we are who we are.
For a few days he saw the sunshine for the first time in Gallipoli.
To survive and make any sort of living at this, you have to work hard. I mean, it still happens, but it's very rare for the band to just get discovered. Like, your chances are as good as winning the lottery for that. So, but come on, like, what could I be doing more fun and better than traveling around the nation and playing music every night to people that love it?
Because of the internet, almost everybody's a little bit famous, a little bit part-time famous. And we've connected with fans and friends and colleagues, etc., from all over the world that we never would have gotten to do. And it used to be that everybody was waiting for that one big break that would all of a sudden make him into this big thing. And nowadays it's more like a series of little breaks that let you have a career.
Hopes and dreams for Boulder Acoustic Society. Well, I think I'm not one to ever put a cap on what we can or can't achieve. The sky's the limit.
And so we're just kind of seeing ourselves as the next link in that chain.